5 to 7 minute speech entitled A Toastmaster's Journey. Please help me welcome Tim Wilson.
In the years I've been in Toastmasters, and over the course of doing some 30-plus speeches and working my way up from the beginning all the way up to where I am now as Distinguished Toastmaster, I've learned a lot of things. Learned a lot of things about presenting, learned a lot of things about speaking. But the most important thing I learned wasn't in a Toastmasters book, wasn't in a Toastmasters manual, wasn't even in my own club. Today I continue to work on that thing and develop it, perfect it, get it better, because it's that important. It's so very important. Begin at the beginning. I came into Toastmasters like everyone does. I wanted to become a better speaker. I wanted to become a better presenter. And all I knew was I wanted to get up there and speak. Seemed simple enough. Go up in front of people, talk. No big deal. No problem. So the day came by and went through, and I'd been going through. I knew what it was. Do an icebreaker, talk about myself, and I figured, no problem. Talk about myself, that's easy to do. I just go up there and do it. The only thing was, didn't really spend any time practicing. Didn't really know what I was going to say. Hadn't really thought about it. And so when I went up there and I started speaking, I had the longest 4 to 6 minutes of my life. And people started looking at me like this, and then like this, and then a lot like this. And I discovered something. I discovered that if I didn't have something to say, it'd be better if I just stayed sitting down. And I think there are a lot of people in the audience that day who would agree with me. And that brought me to the importance of content. You have to have something to say. Now, of course, it's second nature. It wasn't any big deal. Content, of course, no problem. And so I thought, well, I'd better work on this. I started writing things out. I started writing all those speeches out all the way through paragraph after paragraph after paragraph, just so I made sure when I got up there, I'd have something to say. Make sure that there were some things, words, some thoughts, some things going through. I don't do that today as much, but in the beginning, it really helped, because then you can switch things around. You can say, this doesn't quite fit here, I can move this over to here. As I started looking at what I'd written down, I realized some things flowed and some things didn't flow, and I could change it. That's the beauty of writing things down. If you write it down, you can work with it. If you don't write it down, of course, it's in your head and it's kind of vague. Beginning, it really helps to write things down. Content. That's why I learned the importance of content. You have to have content or you can't get out on stage. And once I learned about content, I thought, well, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Now I can present. Well, shortly I started looking through this humongous guide they gave me called this Competent Communicator Manual, and I discovered that, oh, I was not ready at all. There was this little thing about getting in front, figuring out what you're going to do. And I wasn't too good at it. There was that issue of vocal variety. So people can hear you, make sure you communicate, make sure it gets through. Problem of inspiring the audience. Problem even of getting to the point. Something I had failed miserably at, of course, at the beginning. Got better at. This brought me to the lesson of delivery. As I went through, my delivery wasn't that good. I really didn't have that great a delivery. Didn't really connect, didn't really get with people because it didn't really get what I was saying. Everybody who's been in Toastmasters, well, remember your first time on stage? Remember? That scary experience? But do you remember getting better over time? And after a while, you started getting up there and you thought, I I know this, like growing confidence, remember that? Yeah? That's what everybody who's starting out has to look forward to, that growing confidence, that sense that you know what you're talking about, you know what you're doing, you have something to say, and now you know how to deliver it. Now you know how to get your point across to the audience. That's what I discovered. There was this thing about getting better, about growing and developing. And so I got better, and I was in my own club, and I felt really confident. I thought, okay, I've arrived, I'm fine, this is great. And I did that for quite a while, right in my own club. Went really well. One day I decided to step a little bit outside my comfort zone. I heard about contests. I said, hey, I'm getting better at this thing. I can do this. I went into a contest and I won. Thank you. And so I went to somebody else who won the contest and would go on to the area contest. That's the level up the club contest. I said, what can you tell me about the area contest? He said, it's different. I said, what else can you tell me about the area contest? He said, Tim, you really just have to go there and see for yourself. Just trust me, it's different. And I said, how different can it be? Hey, I've been in Toastmasters all these years. I know what's going on. So I went to the area contest, and it was different. For one thing, they have this thing that they have to mic you, because you're up there. And the thing about a mic is a lapel mic, and the cool thing with lapel mics, if you don't put your mouth like directly over it, it fades. So you're kind of talking like this all the time, and then you kind of talk like this all the time, and farther. A lot of that going on. And up in the air, they've got this stage, and I was standing up in the air for the first time. People were staring at my shoes, which aren't the cleanest. And as I went through this thing, I don't remember exactly what happened. I didn't fall off the stage. That was a good thing. But it made me realize that setting is very important. I learned that in my own club. Where you are is important as what you say is important, and how you deliver is important of all those things. And so I decided if I was going to get any better, I'd have to become aware of setting. And one thing I did was decided I'd dress a little nicer. I didn't always used to wear these things. Decided if I was going to go out there and present, at least I'd have the right setting. I'd look like a presenter. And I'm still going through that, still developing awareness. It starts with writing things down, being aware of that. That was an important lesson for me. And then the delivery, making sure that's there. Never, ever forget the setting. You've got mics to deal with. You've got a stage to deal with. You've got things where you expect lights to show up in places and they don't show up. You expect people to film and they don't film. All of these things go wrong because of the setting. So my Toastmaster journey isn't yet over. It continues as all of our journeys do. As we continue to develop and grow, I continue to work on this issue of setting. And I know the future is much better than the past. Mr. President.
Excellent speech, team.